Is up, everybody? Okay, so this is my workflow from character creator to MetaHumans. Look, MetaHumans is amazing. It's incredible. The humans are mind-blowing, but it's so limited when you're trying to create a human. I think it's not very good. If you combine something like CC with it or ZBrush, this is a CC root, which is amazing. It has so many customizations. You can create any kind of human you want. Over here, I'm just showing you all the controls that you have with something like this, and it's mind-blowing. You can literally create and change every little fine detail about your human, and it's good to go. So if you do have access to something like this, what you do is you create your human completely in Character Creator. Look, MetaHumans doesn't take on the body, but it's the face. So you're concentrating on the face here. You export it as an FBX, trust me, it's better than an OBJ. It's easier, because once you bring it into Unreal Engine, you just follow the rules, whatever, and you combine it to the MetaHuman base skeleton. Bam. MetaHuman base. You don't have to, but it just helps. So I put the skeleton, MetaHuman base, and I import it, and it comes through. Now over here we're using a different model that I brought in from CC. This is the Naomi model that I did in CC, so we'll just go from there. Like I showed you before, and once you've done that, you're going to go into here, MetaHuman, and click on MetaHuman identity, and you're going to right click and go back to MetaHuman and MetaHuman character, right? So once you double click the identity, this will pop up, and you want to load in the mesh, right? All right, Jimmy. What's the mesh called? Naomi. So basically we'll go here, we'll click here and say Naomi HD, there she is. And what we're looking for is just like the sub D1. Ooh, but that's the big one, huh? Right, doesn't matter. Just take the one that you want. It's fine. It'll load it up. Right, and you'll get something like this. Right, it'll go up close. You get up close and personal on the face, something like that. I usually go to this camera here and I change this to 20. Gives me better results. Gives me like a little bit more accurate result. I'll do that, and that's all I'll do. Once I've done that, you make sure you're in neutral pose. Promote the frame here. It'll just say front view, yeah, whatever. Once that's done, say track markers. It'll track the markers for where's the. That's not tracked. Track. Failed. Okay. So if it fails, that's fine. Just delete the frame. So you're back into the viewport. Try and get something. Oh, try and get the whole head in. Sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, get the all head in. The all head in here. Promote the frame. Say okay. And now this should work. There we go. Okay, just make sure you get the whole head in. Once that's done, you can just say MetaHuman identity solve. It'll go through what it needs to do. Now you can import OBJs or FBXs. FBX is just easier because all the materials and everything else just comes in with it. So there's no hassle. You just load your model. You're done. You don't have to set anything, do anything, whatever. And that's it. Right. Once you've done the identity solve, you can just say auto rig. It'll rig up. You'll get like a little prompt ARI that just kind of does whatever it wants, and that's it. There we go. Schedule mesh. It's all done. Boom. Right. You can save that out, and you can jump right away into MetaHuman character, the other node that we made. So you can close this off. You can open up the MetaHuman creator. There it is. This is messy. Shouldn't do it like this, but anyway, I'll open that up, mate. Now, what you can grab from this is the head, right? That's all. So the head, I'm going to go here. I'm going to, yeah, okay, get the blend. Say conform in the head. Conform. And you can say from identity. Over here, you can open that up. And there is your identity that you made, right? Click it and say conform. And bam, you'll get it. Now, I've noticed that sometimes it's not I mean, that is pretty damn perfect. But sometimes you'll see an eyeball popping out or whatever. You could just go to blend up here, go down all the way here, and you'll see these two, global delta and head scale. I usually put the global delta all the way to 0. And this way, if you have any ice fixing or whatever, it'll fix it. And also, it usually gives me way more accurate results if I push this all the way down. Okay? From there, you can go to the body. Now, the bodies don't come through, which is kind of shitty, but it is what it is. And you can click on any one of these bodies that you want, and then from there, you can go ahead and model it. They don't have the best tools for modeling bodies. I'm not gonna stand here and tell you it's great, but you do have like a couple of things. I'll push the height down a bit so she looks a little bit better, and I mean, that's it. Fatness, bring it down a bit, and that's it. Maybe the neck's a little too long. Is there something for the neck, Jemmy? Yeah, the length of the neck. I'm gonna I don't know what's going on there. It just blew up. I don't see it doing anything though. Oh, okay. Neck base. Okay, that's that. And something like that. Okay, shoulders to aspect. Okay, careful. Things aren't perfect in this program. So once you've got everything done there, I didn't see a big change in the neck. I don't think the tools are very good for MetaHumans. That's why I do them outside of MetaHuman. I never create my MetaHumans inside of MetaHuman. I think it's a terrible creator. But if you do have, let me just see if they've got like anything to do with, they've got head size, but that's it, right? Blend. Let's go to the body, head scale. Yeah, they've got the head scale, but that's it. But like I said, Jimmy, if you got anything, it needs to be done through the body. That's why I use like a CC workflow. Like, it's just so good. It's just so good, man. So that's the reason why I do that. If I say conform, nothing. If I say model, there we go. But there's nothing here. It's very difficult, masculine, feminine. Okay, you can change like how feminine things are, how fat little things are, whatever. The height you can broaden down a bit. Upper torso, neck to waist. What is that? Oh, okay. And then the neck length. This doesn't work here. This is rubbish. Why would they even build that in? It's weird. But like I said, it's not the best. Once you've got that, then you can go into your head, your whatever. You can go tweaking. If you do want to tweak, you can go to sculpt, and you can start sculpting things how you want it to be. But I'm going to keep it as is. I'm going to go to materials, and from there you can start decorating your MetaHuman. Something like this. It looks like something horrible at the moment, but that's because you need to go to hair over here, and from here you can start creating everything that you need. So cool eyelashes, eyebrows. Let's put on some eyelashes on her so she looks human. Something like this maybe. Okay, so now she can start looking a little bit better, and we can chuck on some hair. So where's that hair? There's a lot of different hairs in the MetaHumans, but once again, you can use the CC hair. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. I'll just double click something so we've got something. Okay, and once you've got the basics, then you can start kind of creating the character that you want. And a massive part, if you go into materials, a massive part of this is the face texture index. This changes the face completely to what you're looking for. And this is wicked. This is really cool. So you can choose the one that suits you best, if there is one that suits you best. And I mean, there's over 150 of these, so you can just go. It's quite finicky on choosing them and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it's not the easiest thing in the world. I'm just gonna settle on one for now and see something like that. Go into the eyes over here and give her different eyes. See if we can get something looking cool. And then we'll go into skin. Once again, I can do the mouth down here, and you can start messing with the redness and whatever. You can click on 4K, whatever the textures, all that kind of stuff. You can change different things over here, more redness, more whatever you want to add here. And then on the makeup, let's just add something so she looks half decent. I don't know, maybe some blush, whatever. Add some nice lipstick and make it all shiny and shit, and that's it. Something like that. And boom, you've got a MetaHuman from a CC5 character, which is pretty darn cool. I think it's pretty cool, Jimmy. Look, you can make all these different beautiful kind of things with it. Like Jimmy, it's beautiful. And from there, you can go into everything. You can go into materials. That's your skin, makeup, teeth, eyelashes. Let's try, is it in air? Is it in air, Jimmy? And from here, you can go into details, and you can see here the shadow, eyebrows, eyelash, bun hair, and you can start changing whatever you want with this. A little bit better it is, isn't it? Isn't it, Jimmy? But yeah, I mean, doesn't look great there on the selection. You can try different airs and whatnot, and you can get pretty much what you're looking for. Once again, I mean, I'm just using, I would use the CC hair. CC has incredible hair, and you can build it yourself from scratch if you buy all the packs and everything. But pretty much that's how I would do it. I would use to create a MetaHuman. Well, let's go through the whole thing. Okay, so I just put on a new hair on her. That's it. And once you're happy with everything, you've done all that kind of stuff, go all the way down in materials. Go all the way down. Pick the K that you want. 4K. Where is it, Jimmy? Go to skin, and then select 4K, 8K, whatever you want your skin to be. You can choose individuals, and from there, you can bake out your MetaHuman. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to download, you're going to create your full rig. Bam. My memory is only 3 gigs. Brilliant. So you got to make sure that you have enough memory, or just under is fine, it works. But if you've got like 3 gigs or something, it'll crash. It'll just outright crash, and there's nothing you can do. So what I'll do now is I'm going to download the textures first. So download the textures. It should free up something. That's the thing about these things. They take up a ton of resources. So make sure stuff, whatever save out things. Make sure you save all the time. Chances are it's going to crash once or twice. Okay. So here I am now. Remember, just to reiterate, I've got my MetaHuman identity. I do it as an FBX because it keeps everything intact. It's easy, you import it, all the materials, everything is there. OBJ is a little bit more difficult. It brings in the textures and stuff, but you have to reassign things, and there's some glitches and mistakes and whatever. So it's just easier to bring in an FBX, and especially if you got the setup from CC. You need that setup from CC because it'll just set up your entire character within Unreal Engine, and it just makes life easy. The CC to Unreal setup, you can download for free, and you can just install it, follow the instructions, and you're good to go, Jimmy. You're good to go. Right, once everything's saved, we'll try it again, and we'll say I've closed down everything, internet, Firefox, or everything that takes up memory, I've kind of closed down. I'm going to create the rig, and that seemed to have worked. So once you create the full rig, you wait for that to finish. Okay, and once that's done, now if you go to assembly, it'll say assemble, that'll be green. If it's not green, it'll tell you what's wrong with it, okay? So from there, you can just put it wherever you want. MetaHumans, okay, that's fine. I'll give it a name, Naomi, something like MetaHuman Naomi. This will be put into the MetaHumans folder. You can put it wherever you want if you want, and which version you want. I'm going to take the sign, and I'm just going to say assemble. Boom, and that'll build my MetaHuman character. Okay, once that's finished, you can just save this little thing here. It'll save your character, and you can close it. Okay, So you can close this out. Let me make sure that everything is in here. You don't need to see anything here, but let's just do it anyways. All right, mate? And from there, we can go into here and we can go to our MetaHumans folder, which is, where is it? MetaHumans. And there's Naomi. And then there's our character. And you can just drag and drop her in. And you have your MetaHuman. Boom. Which is pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool, isn't it? Isn't that Ari? Isn't that cool? So here we have the two kind of together. Obviously this one's tall or whatever. MetaHumans, you've got to do your own bodies, but you can see that they are pretty much what the model is, which is pretty cool. This one looks a little bit whatever. I think this one came out a lot better. I think the MetaHumans are just more accurate and more pretty, but it depends on how you set them up. Anyway, I hope this helps, and I'll speak to you later. Bye, guys.